Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of MTG Sin Senpai. I know it's been a hot minute since I've been back. It's been kind of a hectic year. I keep saying that I think every time at this particular point, but at least we had a pretty decent haul this particular weekend. We did another pre-release. It was Murders of Karlov Manor. I believe I've said Markov Manor multiple times this particular weekend as I was judging. But regardless, we did get quite a few packs. Now, mind you, this is obviously not from just a single event. This is from playing and participating in multiple events. But here's all the prize boosters. We're going to kind of start cracking into them, and here's hoping we get a lot more fun stuff. Initially, I'll admit, when it came to the play boosters and the concept of the list cards that would be in there, and then the special guest cards. But the fact that even though those were a thing, I don't think it really ruined the limited format at all. It was actually a very fun limited format, I believe. I know going into it, a lot of my buddies were not anticipating it to be that strong of a set. But as a limited format, the set's a lot of fun. I've enjoyed every particular pre-release that I did. A lot of the times I did a lot of goofy stuff. And I even was able to pull off a 5-color Niv Mizzet, the Guild Pack deck twice. Or not twice, but I was able to pull it off with one of my sealed pulls because I happened to have like seven mana fixers, 2 Niv Mizzets of the Guild Pact, and yeah, it was just it was a lot of fun. I feel like this particular set, at least when it comes to the limited scene, it's going to be a lot of fun for sure. But we'll have to see how things go. Oh, look at that. That's a list card right off the bat. Yep. Not the craziest list pull, but still a list card regardless. And then Lamplight Phoenix. And the fact that there's a chance of so many more rares. Oh, I'm not sure what is going on with my focus here. Focus is a little off. Oops. Anyway, I'm going to keep on it. There we go. All right, keep on going. Got ourselves our commons and uncommons. But yeah, it was a lot of fun this particular weekend. I think this is one of those things I just thrive on. I do enjoy pre-releases a lot, and then this particular one was just it's always fun, and with the power of the list cards being the way that they are, it is just my camera just keeps on wanting to mess up on me. Regardless, there we go. Hopefully, maybe focus. I don't know what's going on with my particular camera, but here's hoping. We'll keep going, keep chugging along, and the fact that we can get multiple rares per pack is actually a lot of fun. We did get a double rare pack here. Got ourselves our commons and uncommons, and I'm going to take a moment to see if I can get this to focus a little bit better. Yeah, let's see here. Mess with a few settings here. Uh, oh, that made it worse. Oh, much worse. All right, let's see if that make it a little bit better. No, that doesn't fix it too much. Nope, nope. There we go. We'll go with that. That looks much clearer. Okay. Anyway, continuing on. With the power of the certain cards, are like there's a few obviously super strong rares and mythics and things of that nature, but even with those particular things, it doesn't feel like a super bomb heavy set. And then the fact that you can get like that was what third pack, and we already got another double rare. Even though the rares may seem to saturate the packs at times, it doesn't feel actually that bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it was, but then the chances of getting the packs that have double rares or more than one rare period is not the most common. It's like it happens one every 6 packs, something like that. And the thing is also the fact that, ooh, a foily rare, we also get it's like the chances. I think you can pull up to a quadruple rare in a single pack. It's a little bit more common now, But with that being the case, it doesn't happen that often. Now, will all four of those rares be amazing rares? Not really. There's no guarantee. I mean, there's a couple that I feel like, even in limited, like they're really like cards that you have to build around. So sometimes it's not the best, and then it's not. I feel like it's actually going to be a lot of fun to draft this particular set. Got a lightning helix. I had a buddy of mine ask about that recently. Make sure I get that to him. I'm a big fan of these lands. I love lands that have the typing stamped on them. I'm a big fan because in my multiple commander decks, I like to play with the ones that can search. Oh, another list card. Enlisted Worm as our list card. Is it a great list card? No. It's still a list card. Still pretty fun. And I do love the art for these full art lands. Those just look amazing to me. Big fan. And this card won me a couple of my games. I went Esper Control one night, or for one of them, and it was absurd. The number of times I blew out my opponents with that was just crazy. And the fact that the enchantment has flash just makes it even better. Value-wise for cards in this set, I don't know any of the values, and obviously, you know, it's pre-release weekend, so things are fluctuated, things are definitely inflated, but overall, there's a lot of fun cards just to get. I know I was able to pull the Aurelia. I pulled myself one of the Mole Gods. Man, Mole God did work. 4 mana 8/4s are just absurd. I don't believe I pulled a Rakdos just yet, but Rakdos, I had multiple Rakdoses played against me, and man, is that card just absurd advantage. 6 mana, 6/6 flyer is already pretty decent with flying and trample. Another double rare pack. Looks like we got this in every one of our double rare packs. I believe my buddy needs some of those. So hey, I got 3 of them for you, bud. So we can we can definitely discuss that later. But keep on going along, and then the theme of this set has just been amazing. I know initially whenever I was looking up the release notes, looking into Disguise and Cloak, I was not the biggest fan of it just because I never really liked the I'm not the biggest fan of the morph mechanic, period, or the disguise or morph, like, period. But thematically, it's amazing. Like, this set has just so much flavor to it, and at first I thought it was just going to be gimmicky, but as you play it and thematically, it's actually pretty, like, it's not so gimmicky that it's cringeworthy, if that makes sense. It's actually just a lot of fun just to play, and whenever the number of times I've blown out an opponent and just with my disguise cards, so much so that even one of my one of the players that I played with a couple times, he called me out on it because I bluffed him a couple times, and then the mind games that you're able to play with the disguise cards are absurd because there's some disguise cards that are like 5/5, so you'll swing in for 2, your opponent's like, oh, I'll just take 2 damage, no big deal. Nah, you're going to take 5 instead. And it's not even burning an extra card, it's just literally turning your card face up that you already established. So, big fan. Ooh, I believe that's Slime Against Humanity number 10. I'm going to have to set those all to the side. Definitely going to be building me a commander deck of that particular card. I still haven't decided which route I was going to go with for the commander just yet, but someone mentioned to me that it would not be bad to play it with green-red, because in red you have Pyromancer's Ascension. So if you're not familiar with it, essentially it's a card that allows you to, if you cast a card and you have the same or instant of sorcery that has another instant of sorcery with the same name in your graveyard, you get a counter on it. Ooh, foil rare. I don't think I've ever even seen this one yet. Cool. Ooh, getting distracted. War Leader's Call. This thing is amazing. Planning on putting this in pretty much every one of the decks that I can put that in. I feel like this will be amazing in Standard for Boros aggro. But back to Pyromancer's Ascension. It essentially allows you to, because if you have multiple copies, you get stacks on it. After you get so many stacks, every time you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it doubles it. So cast 1 Slime Against Humanity to make and get an extra copy of it. Why not, right? So I feel like that would be a fun deck to play. Oh, it's not Mole God himself. It's the card that refers to Mole God. So there's that. Got ourselves our uncommons again. And then the fact that like every once in a while the uncommon slot I think can have 3 to 4 cards in it as well is actually kind of neat too. Because this particular set, the commons and uncommons in the set have been kind of absurd. I feel like they're pretty strong. There's a few of them that I definitely like and I hope to build around. Nice list card that got downshifted to an uncommon. So there's that. Caught red-handed. Ooh, I think this is our first mythic pull so far. I might have not paid attention, but we got Alquest. We got another Lightning Helix. Like, yeah, that's 4 uncommons. But yeah, obviously Lightning Helix is just an amazing card. Another Slime Against Humanity. I do feel like if you're drafting Slimes Against Humanities, you should not run the card unless you have at least 3 in the deck. Because I feel like just having 2 of them, I don't feel like it's that strong. It's going to be really strong whenever you have 3+. At least I feel like doing the math, the numbers, I think it pays out better that way. But that's just me. This stupid card is stupid. I cannot, like, the number of times people thought that whenever they flipped this face up, they would give me the dogs. I'm like, no, unfortunately, that's not how it works. That's why you pay the extra mana just to make sure they don't get those dogs. Oh, another Lightning Helix. I will never complain about those. And then Case of the Shattered Pack, I think is a hilarious card. Putting that straight into my Joda Legends deck just because it doesn't hurt to have something have Flying, Double Strike, and Vigilance. Right? Flying, Double Strike, Vigilance? Yep, Flying, Double Strike, and Vigilance. Just absurd. Just the fun, the power creep is such a thing, but the number of people that just miss triggers and missed effects constantly all day. I mean, it's a constant thing when it comes to pre-releases. It always happens, but that's the small, like, I guess that's the boomer in me when it comes to Magic. It's like I miss the days whenever a card was just a 3-mana 3/3, and that was it. There was nothing else. There's nothing else stamped onto it. I know the last card that we have is what, Yargle Multani, the 6-mana 14/2 or something stupid like that. I forget the exact stats, but that's the last card that's like the only thing that's stamped on that, or the only thing printed on that is its flavor text. Ooh, another mythic. I have a white big butt deck. I'm planning on building the, I think it was called Arcades. Arcades is another wall defender, just attack with big butts, and this is just such a fun card to play. Another double rare pack, which is always a blast. Haven't hit a quad rare pack or even a triple rare pack just yet, but hopefully we do. We've still got a lot more packs to go here. I didn't even think about it. I should have counted how many packs I am opening in comparison, and then see how many rares get in the end. Because we did get a lot of rares already, or a handful of packs that had double rares. And then I will have to admit, I'm actually a big fan of the fact that, ooh, there we go, Mole God. I might build Mole God for standard, just because it's a aggro dinos with this. I know this is not a dino, but just swinging with an 8/4/4/4 is just absurd. But the fact that we no longer have difference between set boosters and play boosters is just, or I'm sorry, set boosters or draft boosters. Now it's just play boosters. I mean, we'll have to see. At first I was not the biggest fan of that concept because of the random limited cards and things like that, like getting into the limited pool. But as you've noticed, like, we've pulled maybe out of all these packs, maybe 3 list cards so far, and we haven't even gotten 1 signature art card, or signature guest card or whatever, things like that. So it's actually not that common. So with that being the case, I feel like it's actually not that bad. You're not going to see too many of those things. Every once in a while, you'll see something, or something absurd pop up. Like, I know on Sunday, one of my opponents played a gamble, and then the other one played Tragic Slip. So they happened to be 2 of the lucky ones. But other than that, I didn't see that many of the secret guest or special guest cards. So they're actually not as saturated as I anticipated. So it's not that bad. And then overall, like, like, I'm looking at it as a potential consumer thing. It's a lot easier for someone to be like, there's no longer that awkward questions like, oh, which type of booster do you want to get? And the person asks, oh, I don't know, I'm not into Magic, or I've never played the game, or I'm buying it for a friend. Like, what should I get? It's like, now it's just, hey, this is it. This is what you get. So I do feel like there's the pros and cons to it, and we'll see how things go going forward. I know there are some people that are not the happiest because, obviously drafts are going to cost a little bit more expensive. It's a little bit more now, but at least it was only like an increase of like $5 from as far as I can tell from most stores. They all increased it by about $5 from what I've seen. I haven't seen anyone do it for more than that. Oh, speaking of special guest cards, that's a guest card. Let's go ahead and put these away. That just looks awesome. I do like me a good old victimize. That is super sweet. I will have to set that to the side for myself for later. Well, let's just put that right there. I mean, I'm going to go back and count all the mythics, but that definitely is a mythic pull. As soon as I was talking about it, of course, it decides to pop itself up. But that was like, what, good old 12, 13 packs in. That was the only one. And of course, I opened my big mouth, and then there's another list or special guest card, and that's a tireless tracker, and that looks amazing. So the fact that there's these chase cards now and play boosters as well, I do believe more people will be just buying packs, period. And now it's easier to just buy the one pack, and then if you want to save it to play with later with your buddies to draft, there you go. It's all just the one. There's no more of this, oh, do you have this? Do you have that? I know there was a couple times me and buddies, we only had set boosters, so we decided to draft with set boosters. And drafting with set boosters is awkward, so you have to actually draft with an extra one. So now there's no more of that. We just have play boosters and we're good to go. Nothing to like figure, no more hassles in that particular subject matter. Commons and uncommons. Ooh, profs. I don't know. Eidetic memory. I like this card a lot. This card was pretty fun. I know it did a lot of work for me for during the pre-release. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I mean, we got two of the special guest cards, and from my understanding, those are pretty good ones. I'm not complaining. Throw that away. Foil. Ooh, the ley line of the guild pack. I know in limited, I don't think I'll ever run that, but when in my commander deck, definitely my 5-color commander decks will enjoy that. Let's see here, just kind of pumping through, and of course that with the shattered glass case thing, the one that gives if you solve it. I mean that and that on the board. There you go. Case is solved because it has all 5-color permanents. So yeah, pretty sweet. Come on. So we just keep on going. Got ourselves a foil. The drag the canal. Commons and uncommons. And then trying to think. I mean, we still have yet to hit a quad rare pack. We've hit a couple. I think we did hit a triple rare pack. I actually missed. I did not pay attention because I got distracted by those. But I believe the packs that had those were triple rare packs, or if not, they were at least doubles. But nothing's more fun than opening 4 rares in a single pack. With the foil not being a rare means that you know it's not going to be. But that's still a double rare pack, which is still pretty sweet. And I'm definitely going to get my hands on as many of these lands as I can get. I do enjoy me a good old, yeah, they're tap lands, but the fact that you can search them up with Farseeks and other specific land type searching, of course. I'm a big fan of Sky Shroud's Claims and Nature's Lures and, what was it, 3 Visits. All those in all my 5-color decks, just because I'll run all of the variants of green X of those lands, just so that I can get whatever mana color I need. That's just something I like to do every single time. Oh, speaking of the Niv Mizzet, I know this is the new Niv, and it's a 5-mana 6/6. Absurd. The fact that it's like gotta be exactly 2 color pairs is kind of annoying, but that's still just a fun card to play. Ooh, a foil case of the Shattered Pact is pretty neat. Got our clues. Oh, and if y'all didn't know, the clues actually do like build a picture on, or if you get all of them, they do have a picture on the back, which is actually kind of neat. I do like whenever on the tokens and stuff specifically, whenever the art is kind of like multi-pieced and you put it all together, it's actually kind of cool to kind of, it's another one of those things for us to just kind of collect and get going. Excuse me. Ooh, another mythic, and it's the other format. I do not like this particular treatment. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, because that just looks funky to me. I mean, the art itself is decent, And then we got ourselves a double rare pack again. So yeah, we've got a handful of double rare packs. This is actually pretty absurd. But I don't like that particular case treatment. The art for them is okay, but the case treatment itself, it's like meh. It just, I don't know. It offends my eyes, if that makes any sense. But anyway, here's hoping in the near future I do get my hands on some more product. Got ourselves a Lasav. Oh, fun fact, if you guys, whenever you're playing Detective, pay attention to him. There's a lot of detectives. Ooh, and that's a borderless lush port, or one of the rare lands. So another double rare pack, super sweet. Got our commons and uncommons. Alrighty. So no, well, we have one more chance for a quad rare pack. Let's see. Let's see if we get one. Come on, quad rare. Yeah. Plant token, mountain. Unfortunately, not a quad rare pack. We do got the enchantment Bulmat Courier. That's the way I look at that thing. And we got ourselves our commons and uncommons. But overall, I'm still happy with the haul. I got, ooh, this murder looks amazing. I love this particular treatment, just looks amazing. There's a lot of the cards, and then some of these in foil just look super good. So yeah, overall, not a bad haul, especially for it being such a long weekend. And then, I mean, you saw all those, these are all rares alone. Like, if it was just regular draft boosters, it would probably be half this size just because of the sheer number of double rare boosters, or double rares. Yeah, the number of double rares that I got. And then with that being the case, we did get a handful of, like, mythics and a lot of the lands as well, which I'm actually pretty happy about. I'm going to have to go back and double check, did I get all of the variants of the lands yet. I know, obviously, there's 10, because, you know, 10 guilds and all that. But, definitely going to have to get my hands on some more of these cards. Let's see here. Oops. Come on, take better care of your stuff, man. There we go. So in the end, we did get a good handful of mythics. Not a whole bunch, but some pretty... I mean, Molgod alone, I think, is something I definitely was happy with. This is my first Pride of the Hullclade. I like the card a lot. I'm a big fan, so I'm definitely going to do something with that. This, and then I forget the name of which Godzilla it is, but the red-green Godzilla that creatures you control are dealt lethal damage by their power instead of their toughness. Like, perfect for that. Another Alquist, and then our two. Oh man, these just look... I am excited about these. These look great. Now, the chances of getting them... I have not seen one full foil yet. I think you can only get those in collector boosters, but regardless, these just look amazing, so I want to try and probably get my hands on more. We'll have to look into which ones are actually there. And then we got ourselves a nice, just fat stack of just rares to kind of go through. I got like a lot of commander decks I'm probably still going to brew and put these in. There's also a handful of, like, I have to build for standard, because I know my store championship is going to be standard, so I just haven't decided which way I'm going to go. I'm probably going to go Boros aggro, just because that's just what I like to do. But then again, I also might want to do something like something X black, just because of that stupid that skeleton mutt thing. Yeah, I don't know which way I'm going to go just yet. But regardless, I'm going to try and be a little bit more active, try and get some more some more content out there for you guys. If you guys did make it to the end of this video, I do appreciate that. That does do a lot for me. Do take the time, if you haven't already done so, to subscribe, like, comment, and share the video. That does go a long way. I do appreciate you guys taking the time again, and here's hoping that I will be back with some more content for you guys in the near future. I believe TCG Con Houston is coming up this coming weekend. Unfortunately, I didn't plan for that, so I'm not going to be going to that particular one. But I am planning on going to, forget the name of the convention, but the one that's in Chicago on the 22nd. So hopefully, if you guys are there and you happen to know me, feel free and come on by and say hi. Thank you again, everyone. Never forget, Senpai didn't notice. Good night.